So what we will do, we will take the fresh topic here and I will give the recorded topic to you for your practice. Okay. So the welding is there inside that recorded lecture. Please go through that. Okay. I will provide the link shortly till the today evening. Okay. Even the revision is also there. Okay. So next topic to the this manufacturing one. For sometimes in the manufacturing process, we need to clean the objects. We need to give it the proper size. Okay. So for that, what we are going to use is the machine tools. Different sets of machines are used to give the proper shapes to the components. Okay. So what are these machine tools? Okay, these machine tools are nothing but the machines. Okay, so these machine tools are just specifically divided into two categories. First is the cutting machine tools and second is the finishing machine tools. Okay, cutting machine tools is cutting major metal parts. They are removing more and more amount of the metal and giving it the proper size. And for the cutting purpose, we are using lathe machine, milling machine, shaper machine, and drilling machine. Okay. So in your syllabus, there is a lathe machine, milling machine, and drilling machine. But in the slide, I have included the lathe and drilling machine only. Okay. Then for the finishing machine tools, it is just required to remove very small amount of material just to give the dimensional accuracy, good tolerances. Okay, and even for the sometimes for the good surface finish. And for that purpose, we are using grinding machine, honing machine, lapping machine. Okay, these are the operation. Grinding, honing, lapping is the operation performed on the respective machines. Okay. So let's start with the very basic machinery, which is used mostly for creating most of the machine parts, and that machine is nothing but the lathe machine. Okay, I think you might have seen this type of machines in some videos or in your workshop or at some workshop at your town place. Okay, so what is there? Actually, it is not a lathe machine; it's a CNC lathe. Okay, it's an advanced version of lathe, but although it's a CNC lathe, basic parts are the same. Okay, CNC है तो क्या हो जाएगा? That all the parts are operated with the help of computer. If instead of computer, if you are running this machine manually, then it is called as the simple lathe machine. Okay, and if it is computerly programmed, if it is operated on the computer program, then it is called as the CNC machine, CNC lathe we can say. Okay, computer numeric controlled lathe machine. Okay, so it has several parts, like the base of this machine is called as the bed. Okay, then here you can see there is a one chuck. This chuck is rotating part. It holds the workpiece. This machine is mostly used to produce cylindrical parts. To size or to change the different dimension and the length of the cylindrical part, mostly we are using the the CNC machine or the lathe machine. Okay, so this chuck, okay, this portion of the machine, the left side portion of the machine is called as the headstock, whereas this portion, right side portion, is called as the tailstock. Okay, this tailstock is movable one and it moves or slides over these guides. You can say these are the guide ways. Okay, जो जो आपके रेलवे ट्रैक्स होते हैं ना, सिमिलर द फंक्शन इज देयर फॉर दिस ट्रैक्स. Okay, so bed, guide ways, this is the tail stock. Okay, this is the headstock. Within the headstock, there is a drive mechanism through which the chuck is rotating, and this chuck is used to hold the workpiece. Okay, then you can see in between the headstock and the tailstock, there is one more component that is called as the tool post. You can see here it is written as the tool post. Okay, so the tool post carries the tool which cuts the workpiece at a proper size. Okay, and again uh, this tool post is also placed over this guideways, and it can also slide. It can also move forward and backward with the help of these handles. Okay, there are a number of handles to change the position of this tool appropriately. So this bigger handle you can see here, it is responsible for doing the forward and backward motion of this tool post over the guide wedge. Okay, you can see there is a cross slide. Okay, here it is written that there is a cross slide. Cross slide is responsible for the horizontal motion of this tool post. So this is your actually the tool. This red you can see by the red color if it is a tool. So this is the tool post actually, and to give the proper location exactly with respect to the workpiece, we have to move. Firstly, we have to make this tool post near to the workpiece and give the proper orientation. Okay, so here we have seen the two different location. Even for the inclined section, there is one more section here. So it is also called as the swivel blade. Okay, it is for the and giving the angular direction. Okay, so we will see each and every part in more detail. So first of all, give the introduction. So the lathe machine is the most versatile and widely used machine tools. Main function of this machine tool is to remove the metal from the job and give the actual shape and size. Okay, so how this machine is going to work? The job or the workpiece, it is secure very rigidly in the chuck which is in between the two centers of the lathe machine. So that is the headstock and the tailstock. If the workpiece is too long, then we have to support that workpiece within these two headstock and tailstock. The workpiece is continuously rotated and it has been given power with some drives. And to this rotating workpiece, we are going to rub a tool over the surface of this rotating workpiece, and by rubbing this tool over this rotating workpiece, we are able to remove material out of it. Okay, and this tool is having multiple motion with the help of the tool post, we can say, and the cross slide. Okay, so there are number of operation we can perform on this machine, that is called as drilling, reaming, boring, taper turning, knurling. Screw threads are also manufactured on this machine, and grinding we can also perform. Okay, so this is the multi-purpose machinery. We can see its different operations in the latter portion of this presentation. So this is the basic structure of the lathe machine. Bed, this is the carriage which carries the tool post. Okay, this is the tailstock. This is a headstock which carries the drive mechanism. Okay, and there is a lead screw. Sometimes we have to automate this. Suppose just we are making threads. Okay, whenever we are going to make the threads, we want equal distance in between the threads. So for that we will couple this carriage with the lead screw. Okay, so it will move along with the lead screw with a appropriate distance as per the settings. Okay, so that is the purpose of lead screw. So this is one more picture showing all the components. Okay, so headstock, as I already told you, it carries all the, it contains all the drive mechanism which is necessary to change the speed arrangement of the lathe machine. Okay. First, then next part is the lathe bed. Lathe bed is made up of the cast iron and it just provide the support to the lathe machine. And mainly this lathe bed is produced by the casting process. Then the chuck. Chuck का क्या काम है? Chuck is used to hold the workpiece at the proper orientation. There can be two different types of chuck, 3-jaw chuck and 4-jaw chuck. Okay, in 3-jaw chuck, all the 3 jaws are moving together coaxially, whereas in the 4-jaw chuck we can independently move different jaws. That is the, so that we can able to perform the eccentric type of turning, whereas it is not possible with the help of 3-jaw chuck. Okay, so this is the picture of 3-jaw chuck and 4-jaw chuck. Okay, so with the help of this screw, we can adjust the distance between the gap between these 3 jaws. Okay, and here for this 4-jaw chuck, there is separate adjustment is provided for the all 4 jaws. So this is the chuck. Okay. You can see here independently one jaw can be moved by just adjusting the screw. And within this gap, in between these four, we can place our workpiece, cylindrical rod or any shaft we can place. Then the most important component is the carriage. So these are the handles. Okay. So you can see some markings are provided here so that we can do some adjustment. Okay. This can be manual operated lathe. That's why it is having the handles. If it is CNC programmed one, in that case, no handles are provided to it. It will be simply controlled with the help of some CNC programs. And at the top of this carriage, there is what? There is a tool post which carries the tool. Okay. So this is one more picture. So this is the all components of the carriage. So at the base there is a bed, then there is a saddle. Okay. Then there is a cross slide. Then swivel plate is there just for moving the tool post in some angular motion. Okay. And this is the actually the tool post which carries the tool. I will show you how the tool post carries the tools. Okay. So the what is the function of the carriage is to move the tool post in the desired direction. It is having the three independent degrees of freedom so that it can move horizontally, laterally, or in the inclined direction. Then lead screw. As we before discussed, lead screw, it is responsible. This lead screw is attached to the carrier through this apron plate, this vertical plate. You can see this vertical plate is called as the apron plate. Through this apron plate, one half nut is attached and that half nut is mounted over that lead screw. Okay, so that whenever we rotate the lead screw with some giving power through the motor, this apron plate is going to give the motion to all the carriage in front or backward direction as per the requirement. Okay, so this type of lead screw arrangement is sometimes is provided whenever there is continuous operation and we have to move the tool with a right desired speed along the workpiece. At that we will attach our carriage to the lead screw, so it will move continuously smoothly at a given speed in a desired direction. Then the function of tailstock. Okay, tailstock, it is used to hold the drill. Okay, whenever we have to perform a drill operation over the workpiece, we use the tool post. Okay, so tool post का यहाँ पे जो दिख रहा है आपको, so it is called as the tail post center. इसको remove करके यहाँ पे अपन क्या करते हैं, we will place a drilling tool. Okay, and this tail post can be moved near to the workpiece in order to perform the drilling operation. Then in the lathe machine, there is gearbox is provided inside the headstock so that we can change the different velocity ratios and obtain any desired speed. Okay, so large number of gear settings is provided on the lathe machine through which we can change the desired speed of the lathe machine. That is the desired speed of the chuck. You can see this is the chuck. Okay, this chuck is attached by means of this gear mechanism to the motor. So motor power is not directly given to the chuck. It can be obtained by any reduction in the speed. So this lathe machine, whatever you can see in any workshop, can be bought according to different specification. कि उसकी height कितनी है, okay? उसका maximum swing कितना है, means उसके अंदर maximum कितने diameter का job वहां पे आ सकता है, okay? Then what is the length of the bed, that how much maximum length job can be placed within that lathe machine, and what is the speed range. According to that, this lathe machine can be classified. So these are the picture of some earlier days lathe, or even for wood type of turning. Today also this type of simple lathes can be used. Okay, so this is simply the chuck. That chuck is operated by some foot pedal, and this is the tail stock. Okay, So there are different types of lathe machines also. Speed lathe, bench lathe, engine lathe, tool room lathe, capstan turret lathe, automatic lathe. But the concept is same. It have headstock, tailstock, tool post to do the desired operation. Okay. So this is the speed lathe used. It don't have any gearbox. Simply motor is connected to the chuck. Okay. Chuck carries the workpiece, and with the help of some, even it don't have the carriage and the lead screw. Okay. So simply a hand tool is used to remove the material out of it. Okay. So mostly this type of machine is used for wood turning or polishing the metal. Then bench lathe. So it is the small and precision type of lathe. Mostly it can be fitted over the bench. That's why it is given the name bench lathe. Okay. Concept is the same. Then engine lathe. So this is most popularly seen lathe machine. Okay. So in the previous time, what happens there? There were not electricity. Electricity was not invented to give the power to the machinery. So most of the lathe machines were running on the engines. That's why the name is given engine lathe. Okay. And that time it was running on the steam engine. Okay. Today also the same name is carried out, although it is running on the electric power also. So whatever the lathe machine you see in any workshop, it is nothing but the engine lathe. Okay, although it is running from the electric motor, it is having the name engine lathe. Then the tool room lathe machine, it is more advanced type of lathe machine. It is having more attachment just to perform some extra precision type of working. Okay, so this is called as tool room lathe. Then this lathe machine can be used for producing the mass production type of component. So that's why some additional attachments are also given to the lathe machine. So there is a type called as a capstan and turret lathe. Okay. So this is the capstan and turret lathe. इसमें क्या करते हैं? In this lathe machine, they removed the tail post. This is the head post. Okay. Head stock and tailstock is removed. Instead of tailstock, what they do, they provided this hexagonal arrangement here. Okay, hexagonal tool post they are going to place here, so that 6 different type of tools are placed within this hexagon. Okay, you can see these holes. Within that hole we can fix 6 different type of drilling tools. Suppose आपको एक शाफ्ट का डायमीटर सपोज बड़ा करना है, ठीक है, sorry, hole करना है एक shaft में, and suppose shaft is having a diameter of suppose 80 mm and you have to make a hole of 50 mm within that 80 mm shaft at the center. Okay, so directly आप 50 mm का होल नहीं कर सकते हो. सबसे पहले आपको एक छोटा होल करना पड़ेगा वहां पे 5 mm, then you have to go in increasing the step 5 mm, 10 mm, then 20 mm, then 30 mm, then 40 and then 50 mm. So that stepwise drilling can be performed with the help of this hexagonal turret. Okay, so this is the hexagonal turret, and due to this hexagonal use of hexagonal turret, it is having the name turret lathe. Okay, even 2 different set of tool posts can be used. Okay, so that these 6 different tools plus here also 2 different tools can be placed. So that is the advantage of capstan and turret. Okay, so even this tool post can have a small movement over here. Next, we know that there is an automatic lathe, that is the CNC machines. Okay, where we can automatically provide the stock, that is the raw material. Okay, automatically give the direction or automatically change the speed of the spindle. Okay, now what different sort of operations can be performed on the lathe machine? Okay, so lathe machine में क्या करते हैं? Basically inside the chuck you are going to hold the workpiece, that is your material, and suppose from that material if you want to reduce the diameter with the help of some cutting tool, this is the cutting tool. Okay, so suppose this is the metallic part of the cutting tool, and on that metal tool, this much small, it is called as the tool insert. Okay, which is made up of very hard material. It is attached to that tool. okay, at the tip of the tool, and this small tool is going to cut the material from the rotating workpiece. Okay, so whenever we are going to change the diameter of the workpiece by moving the tool along the axis of the workpiece, ये हो गया आपका वर्कपीस का एक्सिस, ठीक है। आप पैरेलल टू एक्सिस अगर रिमूव मटेरियल रिमूव करते हो, then that operation is called as the turning. Turning is the lathe operation in which diameter of the workpiece is reduced by keeping the length constant. इसमें लेंथ आप चेंज नहीं करते हो, सिंपली क्या चेंज करते हो, डायमीटर। ओके, सो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट ऑपरेशन टर्निंग। देन taper turning. To make this type of projections, we will just make this tool incline at certain angle with the help of the cross slide. Okay, and we can perform this type of turning. Okay, so for the making the tapered diameter, we will use taper turning tool. Okay, feed is given inclined. Okay, so here two type of motion we have to give in any turning operation to the tool. One, पहला तो क्या करना पड़ेगा आपको, इस टूल को इस डायरेक्शन में मूव करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है, टुवर्ड्स द वर्कपीस, ठीक है, तो इसको बोलते हैं डेप्थ ऑफ कट, कटिंग डेप्थ। एंड सेकंड, once suppose initially you have to place the tool at this location and you have to give this much depth of cut, and then slightly you are going to feed this tool along the workpiece, so that is called as feed. Feed and depth of cut, these are the two terms. डेप्थ ऑफ कट देना पड़ेगा आपको और फिर टूल को फीड देना पड़ेगा इन दिस डायरेक्शन, सो दैट इट विल कंटिन्यूअसली गोइंग टू रिमूव द मटेरियल इन दिस डायरेक्शन। ओके, समझ में आ रहा है ना आपको? आर यू विथ मी?
यस सर।
ओके, नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज द इसेंट्रिक टर्निंग। अभी बताओ इसेंट्रिक टर्निंग कैसे करेंगे अपन? इसेंट्रिक टर्निंग करने के लिए आपको कौन सा चक यूज करना पड़ेगा? 4 जॉ चक। Okay, it can't be performed this type of turning, eccentric turning can't be performed with the help of 3 jaw chuck. So this is one of the lathe operation that can also be performed on the lathe machine. Okay, so this is the picture of 4 jaw chuck. Okay, so this is the picture how you can perform the eccentric turning. This is the tool. Okay, this is the chuck which is holding the job. This is your job. Okay, on the job they have made, first they have made the turning from there to there, that's why the diameter is reduced, and at this particular location they have made the eccentric turning operation. Okay, then we can even make some different contours. Okay, this type of shape can also be made over the lathe machine. It is called as contour turning. Okay, I will not discuss it in more detail as I have to cover more number of topics in today's lecture. Then for making this contour, we just use the simple tool, but we have provided the different amount of feed. ठीक है, feed भी आपको उस direction में देना पड़ा, so that you will get this type of contour. But it is sometimes very difficult to provide exact that type of feed by the manual operation. So क्या कर सकते हैं अपन, ऐसा फीड इस एंगुलर फीड ना देते हुए, ठीक है, ऐसा क्या बोल सकते, कर्वेचर में फीड देने की जगह अपन क्या कर सकते हैं, वहां पे वी कैन इंट्रोड्यूस अ टूल विच इज हैविंग दिस टाइप ऑफ शेप। ठीक है, ऐसा ही टूल लेंगे जिसके ऊपर वो शेप बना हुआ है, एंड देन वी आर गोइंग टू फोर्स दैट टूल ओवर द वर्क पीस, एंड सडनली द वर्क पीस इज गोइंग टू टेक द शेप ऑफ दैट टूल। ओके, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज फॉर्म टर्निंग। देन फेसिंग ऑपरेशन, ठीक है, टर्निंग ऑपरेशन में क्या किया था अपन ने, वी आर गोइंग टू रिड्यूस द डायमीटर। नाउ समटाइम्स देयर इज अ नीड टू चेंज द लेंथ ऑफ द वर्क पीस। ठीक है, सपोज आपके पास 100 mm का रॉड है, उसको 90 mm करना है, in that case we are going to perform the facing operation where we are going to remove the material from the face of the workpiece. Okay, so how we are going to remove the material from the face? We will provide the depth of cut in this direction, okay, and provide the feed in this direction. Okay, so that is the major difference. So टर्निंग और फेसिंग ये बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट ऑपरेशन है लेथ मशीन के, बिकॉज दीज आर द टू पेरेंट ऑपरेशन. इसके ही बाकी सब एप्लीकेशन है. ठीक है. सो फेसिंग ऑपरेशन में अपन लेन चेंज करते हैं. देन बोरिंग ऑपरेशन. ओके, यू नो द ड्रिलिंग ऑपरेशन. ओके, ड्रिलिंग ऑपरेशन इज यूज्ड टू डू द होल. बट आपके पास अगर ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टेड होल है और यू हैव टू enlarge that hole, so for that purpose you can use the boring operation. Okay, so this is the chuck which carries this cylindrical job, hollow cylindrical job, and suppose we have to increase the internal diameter of this cylinder. So for that purpose what we can do, we can use this type of tool. Okay, this is called as the boring tool. Okay, with the help of this boring tool we insert this boring tool from this end and give the depth of cut in this direction at the bottom side. Okay, and we will provide the feed so that we can increase or enlarge the diameter of the job. That is called as boring operation. Then threading operation. As I discussed earlier, sometimes we have to create threads on some job. सपोज आप एक हाइड्रोलिक सिलेंडर बना रहे हो तो सिलेंडर की क्या फिट करने के लिए वहां पे थ्रेड्स होने चाहिए. और देयर कैन बी सेवरल एप्लीकेशन. सपोज आप एक बड़ा सा स्क्रू ही बना रहे हो इस लेथ मशीन के ऊपर, तो उसके ऊपर आपको ऐसे थ्रेड्स बनाने पड़ेंगे. सो फॉर मेकिंग द थ्रेड यू कैन ऑल्सो यूज द लेथ मशीन्स. ओके, सो फॉर दैट दिस इज द थ्रेडिंग टूल which is having the exact shape of that of the thread. It is used. Okay, and whenever you have to perform threading operation, we have to move the tool exactly in the same exactly with the same speed in a given direction. So for that we are not going to do these operations manually. Instead of doing this operation manually, we will take the help of lead screw. Okay, so we will automate this operation, giving power to the lead screw and attaching our apron plate and carriage to the lead screw so that the tool post moves suddenly adjacent to the workpiece. That is the threading operation. Then chamfering operation. Okay, sometimes while doing the turning or facing operation, the job gets sharp edges at its corner. Okay, and that sharp edges are very dangerous. Okay, to whenever the operator is handling or whenever any component is having sharp edges, they are injurious. So to remove that sharp edges, we have to perform a chamfering operation where we are going to remove the material at the 45 degrees. Okay, from the tool. Okay, so at the distance of 2 mm, we are providing 45 degrees angle and remove the material. That is called as the chamfering operation. You can see most of the circular part is have a chamfer over their surface. Suppose take your pen. Okay, पेन के ऊपर भी आप देखोगे तो उसका जहां पे एंड है, there you can find a 45 degrees inclination and remove material. Okay, so this operation is chamfering. Then grooving, whenever you want to make some grooves on the workpiece or you simply want to cut off some portion. Suppose from a very long rod you want to make small rings or small cylinders. Okay, so at that time what you will do, you need to cut off the several parts from that from original part. So in that case you are using the grooving tool. Okay, अगर आप एक्सिस तक कट करोगे तो it will be cut down into 2 pieces. If you just insert this tool not to the axis but any other part, it will make the groove. So same tool can be used to perform both the operation grooving and cut off. That is also called as the parting operation. It can make cut the parts into several number of parts. Then you might have seen this type of design over some gym equipments or any equipment which have a hand grip. So this type of operation is performed on the lathe machine, and this operation is known as the knurling operation. Okay, and this can be done with the help of this knurling tool. It is having a set of hexagonal gears, helical gears. Okay, this tool is simply pressed over the rotating workpiece so that it will form this type of design. Okay, this is just for providing the grip. तो जिम इक्विपमेंट पे वगैरह आपने देखा होगा. Okay, then there can be some simple operation can also be performed on the lathe machine, that is called as the spinning operation. Okay, so this is the manual operation. We can use some manual roller to do this operation. So suppose ये आपके पास स्टील का एक शीट है, ठीक है, एक ओरिजिनल शीट था. Suppose it is having originally the circular shape alone. This is the wooden mandrel which is having the exact shape that you have to give. तो आप क्या करते हो, सिंपली यहाँ पे एक स्टील का शीट रख देते हो वर्टिकली, एंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस रोलर टूल यू आर गोइंग टू प्रेस दिस शीट मेटल over the mandrel, and it will take, this sheet will take the shape of this mandrel. That operation is called as the spinning operation. ठीक है, clear everyone? Spinning operation. So यहाँ तक ये सभी है different operations which we can perform with the help of lathe machine. Okay. Now, next machine tool we will see ड्रिलिंग मशीन. ओके, सो ड्रिलिंग मशीन जो होती है, आप जो भी देखते हो घर में ड्रिलिंग मशीन, दैट इज अ one type of drilling machine. That is not a whole drilling machine, but this is the picture of any, we can say any complicated drilling machine is there. So drilling machine में कितने पार्ट होते हैं? It carries, it have a one base, okay, it have one column, then one table, one head. Within that head there is a drive mechanism, motor, and belt drive, or either the gears are provided within their head, and one of the shaft of from this head is attached to the spindle of the drilling machine. This spindle is then provided with the help of drilling tool to perform the drilling operation. So this is the picture of a drilling machine. You can see this is the spindle or the chuck which then holds the drilling tool. Okay, this is some handle through which you can adjust the location of the drill along the workpiece. So तो सबसे पहला पार्ट है ड्रिलिंग मशीन आपकी, द पिलर ड्रिलिंग मशीन. Okay, as we discuss, it is having these several parts. Okay, so this is called as the pillar drilling machine. Next is the radial drilling machine. Okay, radial drilling machine और पिलर ड्रिलिंग मशीन में आपको क्या डिफरेंस नजर आ रहा है पहले डायग्राम और इस डायग्राम में? In the previous diagram, this spindle is fixed, it is not moving. We are only having one motion of the working table, okay, up and down. Here in this case, instead of moving the work table, we can move this drilling tool in any direction. Also we can move it up and down. Even as it is having the radial drilling machine, if the workpiece is very big, okay, in that case it is having a rotating arm. This arm can also rotate also. So it is having three different motion. So it is most versatile type of drilling machine. Then you all are the familiar with this type of drilling machine. It is called as the hand drilling machine or portable drilling machine. Okay, so even we are getting more degrees of freedom in this type of drilling machine, because we can make hole at any desired location at any inclination with this type of portable drilling machine. Okay, then basically this is called as the drill bit, which is responsible to making the hole. Okay, this is the picture of that. These are the nomenclature of different body parts of the drilling tool. Okay, so this is called as the shank, which is fitted inside the chuck. Okay, chuck holds this shank, and then there is a neck. on this snake, the name of the drill bit is written that it is 10 mm or 8 mm size or 12 mm size. It is written at the neck. Then these are the called as body part. From this point onward, it is called as the body of the drill tool. This body consists of fluids, means the vacant spaces and the lands. That is the actual cutting edges. Okay, lands and fluids. Okay, why fluids are given to the drilling tool? So that whenever we are going to remove the material from the any hole, to remove the removed material out of the hole, fluids are used. Okay, so this is the picture of the drill bit. This is the main cutting edge which is performing the main cutting operation. Later that it other part of this drilling tool are not going to cut, but they are just helping to remove the material outside the drill, and that's why these drill bits are provided. Okay, ये कट करने का काम नहीं करते, कट करने का काम आपका सिर्फ यही पोर्शन करता है. नेक्स्ट, जैसे अपन ने लेथ मशीन के डिफरेंट डिफरेंट ऑपरेशंस देखे थे, in the similar fashion there are different operations of the drilling machines also. Okay, so this operation you all are the familiar with, that is the drilling operation through which we can make the simple circular hole inside the workpiece. Okay, and the tool that we are using is called as a drill bit. Then the next operation, it is called as the reaming operation. Okay, so this is called as a reamer. Okay, you can see this is the reamer. Reamer is used when it is used for already drilled hole. Okay, it is the process of accurately sizing or smoothing the already existing hole. Okay, I think this is very clearly written here, so no need to discuss more in details. So this is one of the finishing operation. And generally reaming operation is performed after the drilling operation. That can be come into your exam as a question. Okay, I am going to take exam on this 4 lectures that I am going to take after your examination. Then the next operation is called as boring. Okay, boring of operation is also there inside a lathe machine. Also it is there inside the drilling machine also. So boring आपको पता ही है, boring कब करेंगे? To enlarge the already existing hole. Okay. The increment is now large compared to the reaming. Reaming is just making or just resizing the hole or simply enlarging at a small increment. For that purpose, we are using the reaming operation. But if you want more increment, more material to be removed, you will go for the boring operation. Then counter boring. काउंटर बोरिंग, सपोज आपको किसी वर्क पीस के अंदर एक स्क्रू रखना है, ठीक है, एंड फॉर प्लेसिंग द हेड ऑफ द स्क्रू इनसाइड, सो उतना ही पोर्शन अगर आपको रिमूव करना है तो यू कैन यूज दिस टाइप ऑफ टूल. सो इट इज कॉल्ड एज द काउंटर बोरिंग टूल. ओके, सो काउंटर बोरिंग टूल, इट इज हैविंग सम पायलट. Okay, this pilot is having the size of pre-existed drill hole, so that this pilot can be easily inserted within this hole first, and then this counter boring tool will perform its own operation of the counter boring. Okay, so similar to this counter boring tool, we are having one more tool that is called as spot facing. Okay, so spot facing is nothing but the counter boring tool, but it is removing only very small portion of the material. Okay. Then again, similar to the counter boring tool, we are having counter sinking tool. Okay, it can make some same conical shape at the top of any hole. Okay, just to insert some screws, screw head within this hole. Okay, counter sinking operation. Then tapping. Sometimes we need to make threads inside the hole. Okay, so for that purpose we are using a tool like this. This is called as a tapping tool, just to make the internal threads. Then trepanning tool. Trepanning tool is having this type of multi-point tool arrangement at the tip. Okay, so what we will do, whenever we want to remove when we want to make a very large diameter hole, ठीक है, जैसे मैंने आपको लेथ में एग्जांपल दिया था कि सपोज मुझे किसी 80 mm के बार में 50 mm का होल करना है, तो वहां पे मैंने क्या किया था, नंबर ऑफ ड्रिलिंग ऑपरेशंस किए थे, पहले 5 mm का, 10 mm का, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so I was going to remove material in the steps, but instead of removing the material into the steps, we can directly remove the material from the circumference and get the bigger size of hole with the help of trepanning operation. So the trepanning operation is used to make a larger circular hole inside the workpiece by removing the material along the circumference of the hole. Okay, are you getting me? So this is the picture of the trepanning operation. Okay, either you can use the trepanning tool or you can use simple drilling tool with some additional attachment and perform the circular type of drilling in the circular fashion to make the bigger size hole. Okay, or you can use the trepanning tool, or you can use this type of multi-point trepanning tool. So these are the various ways to make the bigger size circular hole. Okay, so यहाँ तक आपका था ड्रिलिंग मशीन का पोर्शन. Okay, next to that, okay, drilling, lathe machine, and similar to the drilling machine, I will like to show you one more thing. There is a one more machinery called as a milling machine. Okay. Okay, simply through video I will show you milling machine so that you will get the idea what is milling machine. So this is the milling machine. Here you can see. Okay, so in the milling machine, it is similar to the drilling machine, but it can be used to make smooth flat surfaces or to remove the material from the periphery of any surfaces. We are using this milling machine. It is also most widely used next to the lathe machine for making the plane surface. Although it is looking like a drilling machine, but it is not a drilling machine. It's a milling machine. Just the milling operation, if it is there inside this video. Okay. Yeah. Here you can see how the milling operation is going to perform. Okay, so we can use different shape and size milling tools. This is called as mill cutters. Okay, to perform different operations. Let's see again how the milling operation is actually done. You can see here the flat surface is going to made with the help of the milling cutter. Okay. Milling is a multi-tool cutting operation, similar to the drilling. I think you get the idea what there is inside the milling machine. Now let's jump to the drilling section quickly. So what is drilling? Drilling is a surface finish type of operation. You might have seen the drilling machine. So what is the mechanism is there inside the drilling machine? That mechanism for the removal of material in the drilling machine is abrasion. Okay, through abrasion and erosion, it is going to remove the material. And there is a this each and individual part of this drilling tool, it acts acts like a abrasive material, or it is acting like a separate cutting tool which is going to remove the material in the forms of some small microchips. Okay, so this is the picture of a basic simple grinding machine. Okay, so grinding operation can be performed in these two different ways. This is called as the surface grinding, okay, which is having a vertical spindle, okay, similar to the milling machine that we have seen in the previous video. This is the surface grinder. Or we can have a horizontal spindle type of grinder which can remove the material from the surface of the any circular part also. So the operation is called as surface grinding whenever we are going to remove the material from the any surface. Okay, then there can be operation called as a cylindrical grinding. Whenever we want to either externally or from the internally, if we want to polish the surface of the cylinder, we will perform this type of operation. Now, what is there inside this operation? So this is the simple operation for the external type of grinding. Okay, so it is one chuck. Okay, chuck is having one center and tailstock is having one center. To this rotating workpiece, we will simply attach this grinding wheel externally and give depth of cut from this direction, and also give feed to the grinding wheel so that we can get a polished surface of this workpiece material. So this is called as the external grinding. Okay, so in the external grinding, the mechanism is like this: workpiece is rotating in one direction and the grinding wheel is rotating in another direction, and it is going to remove the material out of it. Okay, so we have to give the depth of cut in this particular direction, along perpendicular to the workpiece, whereas we have to give the feed along the axis of the workpiece. Okay, in the similar fashion, we can also perform internal grinding. Okay, only the case is that we have to provide our workpiece must be of a very large diameter so that we can insert our grinding tool within that small opening. Then there can be an operation called as a centerless grinding. Okay, here what we do, we are having two sets of wheel. Okay, one is a grinding wheel and second one is just a driving wheel or supporting wheel. Within that, we will place our workpiece. Okay, okay, so whenever our driving wheel is rotate, it will rotate the workpiece in the opposite direction, and these two are having relatively similar speeds, drive wheel and the workpiece. Whereas with the large speed, we are rotating the grinding wheel, which is giving exact grinding to this workpiece. So this particular workpiece is supported by this support. Okay, so this process is called as the centerless grinding because we are not holding the job by some chuck or tailstock. Okay, so even one very interesting thing in this centerless grinding is that, so this is the arrangement. Okay, so I think this arrangement is clear to everyone. Here you can see that this driving wheel is given some inclination. Okay, so due to this small inclination given to the drive wheel, what happens? It will provide rotation as well as forward motion to the वर्कपीस. ठीक है, सो जब आपने इधर से रॉड डाला है, सपोज एक बार डाला है, बार का एक्सटर्नल सरफेस आपको अगर पॉलिश करना है, तो ड्यू टू सिंपली द एक्शन ऑफ दिस ड्राइव व्हील्स इंक्लिनेशन एंड रोटेशन, it will rotate as well as move forward. So this is performed in the centerless grinding. Okay, so this is all from my side. So this is the different machine tools that we are used. Okay, if you permit me to give more 5 minutes, I will cover the 2-3 topics like CNC machine, 3D printing very shortly. Okay, just only 5 minutes. So these are the relative motion and the tool movement in the different machine. लेथ मशीन में क्या होता है, आपका टूल रोटेट करता है वर्कपीस रोटेट करता है and tool is only translating. Okay, in drilling machine your workpiece is fixed, it is not going to rotate, but your tool is rotate as well as translate. Even your milling machine, your workpiece is translating, your workpiece is having some motion, even your tool is rotating one. In surface grinding operation, your workpiece is translating, it is having some motion, and your tool is rotating. Whereas in the cylindrical grinding, either your workpiece is rotating in the centerless the grinding as we seen, or either it is translating alone. But in most of the operation we can see there is a rotation of tool other than the lathe machine and shaper and planer machine. So shaper and planer we have not discussed, we have talked about only lathe. So all other operations, in all other operation your tool is rotating, whereas in your lathe machine operation your workpiece is rotating. That is the main difference. Okay, so quickly within the 5 minutes I will just discuss uh, one two topic, then this unit is finished. Okay. Okay, so I have to highlight here about the CNC machine. Okay, so CNC machine is having some microprocessor and memory tool to control the movement of the tool operation. It is nothing but a simple CNC lathe machine which is having the computer program with it. Okay, so the advantages of using the CNC machine is that you can make any complex component with a higher accuracy with a less inspection time. Okay, due to use of the CNC machine, we can reduce the wastage and the scrap, we can increase the productivity, and there is a reduction in human error. There is a proper greater safety to the operation, and we can also reduce the space required for doing the uh, sizing of the lathe machines. But at the limitation side, it is having very high cost. There is a maintenance cost is involved, and high operation cost is there for the CNC machine. So there are number of CNC machine. All the machines, whatever we have seen, those are the conventional machine. If all those machines are controlled with the help of some computer program, then simply the CNC word is added to its name. Okay, so CNC turning center, it is nothing but the CNC lathe machine, CNC drilling machine, CNC milling machine. Likewise, if any operation, if any manufacturing operation is controlled with some computer program, it is called as a CNC operation. Okay, so how these CNC machines are going to work? It is going to work with the help of some computer program. Okay, we have to give some command. We have to firstly train our CNC machine that this particular command is for this particular operation. So likewise, there is a some similar to the C language, Python, Java. These are the programming language for the computer programs. Oh, okay. So in the similar way, some simple programs are there to carry out the simple operations on the lathe machine, and these are called as the G codes and M codes. Okay, so like this is the code G00. Okay, that is for rapid traverse. अगर आपका टूल आपके वर्कपीस से बहुत ज्यादा दूर है, so with this particular command it will become near to the tool. Okay, then move in the linear direction for that G01. G02, that move into the rotate the tool into the clockwise direction. G03, it is the rotate the tool into anti-clockwise direction. Likewise, these are the different like G81, it is for starting the drilling cycle. G82 for doing the counter boring. So different code, number of codes are there, and we have to arrange this code and give the proper coordinates of the desired location where we have to perform that particular operation to the CNC machine so that it will perform that operations. Okay. So these are the G codes are for moving the tools at the particular location along the workpiece, whereas M codes are used for doing the some machining operation. So these are the M codes are for the machine operation, that start the spindle, start the program, stop the spindle, okay, change the tool, start coolant, stop coolant, end the program. So such type of M codes are given to the machine, whereas G codes are given to the tools. Then looking at the advancement in the manufacturing, today's we are using some IoT based manufacturing techniques, some 3D printing techniques. So I'm not going to cover this topic because you all are now aware that what is a 3D printing is. Okay, it is nothing but a layer to layer manufacturing. Okay, with the help of layering type of manufacturing, we are going to produce different component. Okay, layer by layer we are going to add the material and forming the component. Then there is a term like a reconfigurable manufacturing system. Okay, means making such a manufacturing system with a certain change in the design of the component. By making the changes in your system, you can change the different manufacturing process. ठीक है, आपने देखा होगा असेंबली लाइंस देखी होंगी ऑटोमोबाइल की, जहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ ऑटोमोबाइल साइमल्टेनियसली बनाए जाते हैं. सपोज अभी एक मॉडल बन रहा है ऑटोमोबाइल का, देन देयर विल बी सम different arrangements of the machineries, and suppose if you are making some another model, at that time you will just make some different arrangement, and suddenly that same setup is converted to be changed into manufacturing the some another component. So that is called as the reconfigurable type of manufacturing system. So nowadays it is mostly used in the assembly lines of the automobiles. Okay, so and again, due to the advancement, we have to sometimes use to remove the material at a very small amount of material we have to remove from the workpiece. At that time, we are go for the micro machining type of operation. Okay, like with the help of abrasive jet or with the help of some electrochemical reaction, if we are removing the material, very small amount of material, like suppose किसी मेटल के ऊपर किसी डिफरेंट मटेरियल का कोटिंग लगा हुआ है, एंड इफ यू वांट टू ओनली रिमूव दैट कोटिंग, ओके, एट दैट टाइम you will perform the micro machining types of operation. So there are multiple ways of doing that. So that is also one of the portion in your topic. And today, due to the advancement, due to as we are in the industry 4.0, okay, we are dealing with the IoT based manufacturing process. Okay, so we are going to control and do all this operation with the help of IoT, that is the Internet of Things. We are going to control all this machinery with your mobile or the computer from the remote location. So that is the today's advancement in the manufacturing system. So I think this is enough to give you the idea about what is there inside the manufacturing system, what are the different manufacturing processes. Okay, so with this note, I will stop here. Okay, now only one portion is remaining from my side, that is the welding, and that I have already have recorded sessions for that. So I request you all that you please go through that recorded session. I will going to share that recorded session in the evening. So just give me 1 minute to download your attendance, and then you all can leave. Okay. So okay, we will stop here. Sorry, I have taken your more time, but it was otherwise it was not possible to cover that all content within this short period of time. Okay, sorry for that. So you all can leave now.